Good morning and happy Sabbath, everyone. So, how many of you have experienced something really scary or unexpected that happened just unexpectedly in your life so far? I know you're very young, but sometimes as we go through life, things happen unexpectedly or maybe something scary happens. And I just want to share with you this morning just a couple experiences I had, and then I'll share a Bible verse at the end, okay, to help us understand the point of today's children's story. Now, the pastor told me he was going to preach about worshiping God even amidst trials. So one day, I was in medical school, and I was studying medicine with my husband, Aaron. And after our first year, we decided to go on a mini mission trip to the northern part of India. Himachal Pradesh was the name of the province there. And we were going to volunteer at a hospital called Shimla Hospital. When we got there, there was hardly anybody there. And we were like, well, where is everybody? We're here to volunteer. And they're like, well, they're actually away at a camp. You just missed them. So we thought, okay, and they weren't going to be back for at least a couple days. So what are we going to do? Well, we decided to just walk down to the local street there, and maybe we can go on a tour. Maybe we can just get ourselves familiar with the area. This was our first time in India. So that's what we decided to do. So we went and we walked along the street there and found a touring office or a touring agency. So we went in and we weren't really sure what we wanted to do. And so we decided to book ourselves a tour of a local mountain hiking tour. So we booked ourselves this tour, and we soon realized that none of these people knew how to speak English. And so we were supposed to meet down there at a certain time, and so they took us in this van, and it was just the two of us with this driver who had no English abilities. The only thing he knew how to say was "Yash." And that was his best way of saying yes. So here we are, and he took us up and up and up and up and up and up, and these curvy roads, and then he goes, out! And so we kind of looked at each other, and okay, we're supposed to get out here? And he goes, go! And so it was just a self-tour of this area, and we were supposed to follow this trail up a mountain, and then come back by a certain time. So I wrote on his dusty van, I said, what time do you want us to come back by? He's like, I don't remember what he said. So I wrote in big numbers. I said, 11 on his dusty van. I said, 11, we'll be here by 11. Because I remember the tour is only supposed to be an hour or something long. So he's like, yash, yash. So then he gets back in the van and takes off. And we're just in the middle of this, mountainous area, and here's this trail before us, and so we just started to walk on this trail. We went up and up and up and up. There was nobody around. It was just the two of us, and we just kept going, and we're like, where are we going, and what are we supposed to be doing? So we went all the way up, and we just, kept going, and all of a sudden, we looked around, and all we could see, now we're in the middle of a mountain, there's trees everywhere, all we could see was a set of eyes everywhere in the trees. And I was never scared in my life. I've never been so scared in my life. My heart started pounding, my legs started shaking, and all I can see was eyes everywhere. Now, what do you suppose those eyes were? Monkeys! And they started to drop from the trees. Shh, 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 just like that. And I thought, oh boy, we are in trouble. We are going to be attacked by these monkeys. What are we supposed to do? So they are called langurs. And They are monkeys, but they are kind of larger monkeys. See? Here's a picture of one of them in the tree. Okay, they're about 40 to 80 centimeters tall, so maybe about this tall, and they started dropping from the trees. Now, come to find out, they were probably more scared of us than we were of them, but I literally thought we were going to be attacked. So we turned around, and I've never been scared in my life. So scared in my life. We started going down that trail. We didn't want to run because we thought maybe if we ran, they would chase us. So we just walked very quickly. And do you know what? The first thing we did? We prayed, but what was the other thing we did?
Sang.
That's right. My husband and I, we just started to sing. And we started to sing loud as we can. And we were just belting out as many hymns as we could remember, walking down this trail as fast as we could, and because we were scared for our lives. So, did God protect us? Those monkeys, there were many of them. They could have attacked us, but God protected us. Now, there was another incident. My husband and I, we decided to go with a group of friends during our first year of medical school to Half Dome. Now, does anybody know where Half Dome is? Yosemite National Park, right? So we took several hours hiking up Half Dome. Now, Half Dome itself is very scary because you have just a rope to take, you have to climb the side of this really steep rock, very high, and you just have a rope to take you up there. But we made it up, and we took our time up there. We were having such a great time, and then we decided to come back down. But then we came back down the rock, but then it got really dark, very fast, and we are now in pitch black. We could not see where we were going, where the trail was, and there was a group of 7 of us maybe, and that morning, I had an impression, and that impression, Sally, pack as many flashlights as you have. So I did. And I packed as many of the flashlights I brought on the trip, and I think I might have had 4 or 5, I don't remember, but I did. I packed as many flashlights in my backpack. And those are the only lights we had. Nobody else brought flashlights. So here, take one. At least we have these flashlights. At least we can see. So that's what we did. We used these flashlights to help us see in front of us, and one step at a time, we were able to follow a trail. Now, the other thing that we did, because we were in trouble, if we can't see and we can't come down that mountain safely, because these are steep paths, these drop-offs, what would have happened to us? We were in trouble. So what was the thing that we decided to do? Remember the story? We decided to sing. And again, there was a group of us, we were all great singers. We started to sing as loud as we can down that mountain. We were harmonizing. We were, just going through all the hymns that we knew again, and we sang all the way down that mountain. And the Lord protected us again. Now, those are very small examples of maybe some trials or unexpected things or scary things that may happen in our lives. But, as we go through life, trials will come, troubles will come. But you know what? God promises us to be there for us and help us through every single trial. And our reflex, the automatic response, should be what? Praying to God and singing. If you have a song in your heart and you sing to the Lord, that's a good way to overcome your fear sometimes. And so I wanted to share a verse with you. It's found in John 16:33. It says, and you probably all know this, it says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer, I have overcome the world." So you may go back to your seats now.